creator of the Novel Factory, and in this video I'm going to take you through the characters section of the software. You can get to the characters section by clicking where it says characters about halfway down the navigation bar on the left, and when you first go to the characters section you will see the overview of all of your characters on the right in the main area, and then your characters list will be down the side. You can add a character by clicking the add character button, and then you can give them a name. You can put a summary on there as well when you're first adding them, and you can add an image to them. Once you've done those things, you click add, and a card is created for that character, and as you can see here, she's added on this list as well. So every time you add a character card, they will be added to this list here as well. You can edit the image of the character if you don't like it by hovering over the image on the card and clicking, and then you can change it to a different picture if you want to. And you can open the card by double clicking it or by hovering over it, clicking this context menu 3-dot button and then clicking open. When you open the character, you will go to an area where it's showing all of the details of the character. So when we changed the main image, it still kept the old image there. So the images that you've associated with the character will show in the gallery here. And you can add new images, as many as you like, using the button there, and they will be added. And you can remove images, and you can set them as the main image, and that is the one that will show on the card. So that's the gallery. The other main panel here is basic details. With any of the panels, you click on this little icon to edit them, and it will come up and show you all of the different fields that are available for that character. So in basic details, you have the display name, type. This can be used as kind of the protagonist or the supporting character or the nemesis, that kind of thing, and a range of other questions which are general to that character. And if you enter information in there and click save, then that will show on the card. Something else to mention here is whenever you see these little mortarboards, if you click on those, that will give you information and guidance on that particular section of the software. So that can be really helpful. And then you can close that by clicking the X there. So if we scroll down, I'm just going to explain about most of the panels. They will initially show you all of the questions that are available for that panel, but I'm very big on an uncluttered workplace. So what we do is, if you fill out one of these fields and then save, it will then hide all of the rest of the questions. But they're not gone forever. If you open it up again, they're still there. And if you fill out another one and save and close, then it will show that as well. So that's to try to keep it streamlined and uncluttered as much as possible. There are a wide range of panels for different aspects of the character's personality. It's unlikely that you're going to want to go through and fill out all of them, certainly not for every character, but these are here as prompts to help you in getting a really detailed, in-depth character. Another important panel that I want to point out here is the character viewpoint synopsis, because this connects with each of the scenes. So if we edit here, these cards each represent a scene which can be found throughout the software. So you can write here what this particular character was doing in each scene. And I find this incredibly useful for making my characters more three-dimensional, making them people in their own right, rather than just people who pop into existence for a scene. And I have found in the past that knowing what they were doing in the previous scene, even if they weren't present, and also thinking about what they were thinking during this scene rather than just what the protagonist was thinking, so what that character's motivations were, what their attitude was to what was happening. Again, really helps with creating all these different characters and making sure they're in depth. So that's what this area is for. And once you fill that in, it will show here. So the next thing I want to talk about in the characters section is the custom panels. So there's a lot of customization you can do in each of the sections in the Novel Factory. So let's have a look at that. If you click this button, this allows you to create a custom panel. So we have created a lot of panels which are pre-filled for you with useful prompts, but you may want to create your own, and you can do that. There are two types of custom panels you can create. One which is simply a text area where you can fill in anything you want and the title will show at the top. Or you can create a questionnaire panel similar to the ones that I was showing you, where you can create a range of questions and then answer them. And these panels, these custom panels, will show for all of your characters. So you can create these here. So we will find now that that has been created right at the bottom there. Okay, and so yeah, I can fill out that history and save it, and that's my own panel. But say you have your new custom panel that you would like to use, but you don't want all of these other panels, and they're kind of in the way there now, aren't they? In that case, you can change which panels to view, and that is done with this button here, the Show Hide Panels. This will show you a list of all of the panels that are available, and you can uncheck the boxes and hide those panels. Of course, you can always come back and show them again. This is non-destructive, so if you have completed something in one of these panels and then you hide it, then you can always come back and re-show it again, and that will, your information will still be there. So if we do that, we should see that all of those panels have gone away and we just have the ones that are still shown. Next, let's look at editing the custom panels. So your custom panels, you might want to change them, you might want to edit what they are called, you might want to delete them. This is where you can do that. And finally, reordering the panels. So you may want to put your custom panels at the top, which you can do by using the arrows to move them up and down here. So you can reorder the panels into whichever order you wish. Other things to mention are, again, don't forget these little tutorial mortarboards, which will, the one up here will give you information about the whole section. And also we have tutorial videos and helpful videos throughout the software as well. Look out for these little video icons to see them. One more thing to show you, in many of the sections you can link different things together. So you can link characters to locations, you can link items to characters, and this is where you would do that. So in the related info panel on the right, which can be opened and closed using this tab here, you can choose to link anything. When you click on this link something here, it will show you a drop-down list of all of the things that are available to link. So let's say Barbara has this item. I link it, and then a card for that item appears with its picture, and you can double click to jump to that item if you wish. And in that way you can give people the possessions, show where they work, where they live, show relationships between them, all in the related info. Okay, so I think the last thing to show you is this grid button here, which is a quick way to get back to your character's overview. One final thing, if you would like to delete a character, you hover over it, click on the context menu and click delete. And of course it's going to ask if you're sure, because you don't want to do that by accident, and if you are, you can proceed to delete the character. So that's it for the characters section. I hope you found that helpful. Please do bear in mind that we are always updating and improving the software, so things may not always look exactly the same, but they are hopefully always improvements. If you have any questions, we have an incredible support team and we love hearing from you. So if you do get stuck with anything, please drop us a line. And if you have positive feedback or if there are particular things you would like us to be developing, please do let us know. We really do take it seriously. And until then, happy writing.